What you will hear in this video you probably have not heard anywhere else. This is one of the most condemning pieces of evidence to the presidency of Barack Hussein Obama. In 2008, the Senate held hearings to establish John McCain's citizenship status. Many people are now aware of this. The reason was that John McCain was born on a U.S. military base, and there was some confusion as to whether or not this would qualify him as a natural-born citizen. The Senate investigated McCain and passed a resolution defining the terms of a natural-born citizen status. Barack Obama co-sponsored this resolution. As we read this resolution, note that the two questions the Senate had to determine were, number one, where was John McCain born, and could it be considered U.S. soil? And number two, were both of his parents American citizens? This fact is mentioned twice in the resolution as a determining factor of natural-born status. Here is the resolution in its entirety with my comments. Resolution. Whereas the Constitution of the United States requires that to be eligible for the office of President, a person must be a natural-born citizen of the United States. That is a true statement. They got that right. Whereas the term natural-born citizen, as that term appears in Article 2, Section 1, is not defined in the Constitution of the United States. That is also true. The Constitution does not define it. However, George Washington, John Jay, Thomas Jefferson, Samuel Adams, John Adams, and other founding fathers are on record as appealing to Vattel's Law of the Nations for their definition of United States constitutional principles. Vattel defines natural-born citizenship status as being born on native soil to both parents who are citizens of that country. The resolution continues. Whereas there is no evidence of the intention of the framers or any Congress to limit the constitutional rights of children born to American citizens serving in the military, nor to prevent those children from serving as their country's president, I also believe that is a true statement. Whereas such limitations would be inconsistent with the purpose and the intent of the Natural-Born Citizen Clause of the Constitution of the United States, as evidenced by the first Congress's own statute defining the term natural-born citizen, I agree with this statement. And by the way, the first Congress's own statute defining the term natural-born was, according to Vattel's law, that they must be born on American soil to American parents who are citizens. The resolution continues. Whereas the well-being of all citizens of the United States is preserved and enhanced by the men and women who are assigned to serve our country outside of our national borders, I absolutely agree with that. Whereas previous presidential candidates were born outside of the United States of America and were understood to be eligible to be president, the only candidates who were born outside of the United States, who were understood to be eligible to be president, were the original framers of the Constitution, our founding fathers. And they were grandfathered in by the Constitution itself. Everyone after them was required to be born on American soil to American parents. But listen to the last paragraph of this resolution. Whereas John Sidney McCain III was born to American citizens on an American military base in the Panama Canal in 1936, now therefore be it resolved that John Sidney McCain III is a natural-born citizen under Article 2, Section 1 of the Constitution of the United States. So the two issues they had to settle were, number one, where was he born? Is an American military base American soil? The Senate said yes. Number two, who were his parents? Were they both U.S. citizens? In John McCain's case, the Senate said he met both definitions of a natural-born citizen. Obama co-sponsored this resolution. He sat on the hearings. He signed the document. By his own resolution and his own birth certificate, which he now has presented, he has proven that he is not eligible to serve as president. Where are the Supreme Court and the congressional hearings on this matter? Are we going to simply flush the Constitution down the toilet? Or are we going to be a constitutional republic?
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.